I've been putting this off for quite some time, and I've been wanting to make my own whole wheat pizza dough. I didn't want to use just whole wheat. I thought it just wouldn't be a nice texture, or it might be too dense. So I'm going with a combination of 3 different flour options, and I got me some organic stone ground dark rye flour. I have some whole wheat flour. It's organic whole wheat flour. And then I have some semolina durum wheat flour. I'm going to go with your basic measurements for any pizza dough, just the basic measurements of the dry and the wet. And let's get into this and see how it turns out. Before I went and got a whole pound of flour of each of these, I just got enough to try this for the first time because you could buy it in bulk or in the bins. So I'm going to start out with my semolina durum wheat flour. And I thought for now, because I could adjust it later and try it for the first time, I'm going to just go with equal amounts, I think. I'm not sure. Let's see how this all works out. So that's 1 cup of the semolina durum wheat. Now I'm just going to do my regular whole wheat. Let me see. I'm going to try to measure this and decide if I want to do a little more of the whole wheat or semolina after we get this in the bowl. Now I have the stone ground dark rye. I don't know if I want a whole cup of the dark rye. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eyeball this because this is a cup. I think I'm going to do a half of a cup of the dark rye flour. That's about a half a cup. And for some reason, I am going to follow my heart. Oh, I just dumped my salt. I'm going to follow my heart and do a half of the dark rye and just another half of the semolina powder. I have this packet right here. This is the fast rising instant yeast. You could add it in dry, but you're going to use warm water when you do that. And I also bought these. This is the red packet. And this one, I believe you mix it. This is the one you want to mix in your warm water before. Or something like that. I'm doing it this way for now. I'm going to add 1 packet in. So this all adds up to 3 cups of flour. It's just not the same flour. And I am going to keep in mind that whole wheat flour, it does absorb more water and it takes a little bit more water to work with it. So now I'm going to go by the basic directions of how many cups of flour. So that's 3 cups. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of salt. I have some Himalayan pink salt. I have my own herbs. Not herbs, but this is dry. Basil. And then some dry powdered garlic or granulated. I already put 1 tablespoon in. I'm putting the 2nd tablespoon of olive oil, 1 cup of warm water. I'm going to do maybe just 1 cup and a 1/3 cup. Not too much. If I need to add more, I will later. And to start to mix and just see what it's looking like. The dark rye and the whole wheat is most likely going to need a little bit more water, and I'm using warm water. So I'm just going to add it and eyeball it. I think that may be enough. I think that's good. And if it's a bit sticky, I'm not going to add any more flour right now, but I will later when I need to. Just a bit of just your regular whole wheat flour, just a tiny bit, and just mix it around so it's not as tacky or sticky. And I think I'm good to go. I rinsed my hands and I want to make sure my dough is ready for a drizzle of olive oil. Olive oil's going on. It's been about 15 or 20 minutes. It's already starting to rise. Now for the next step. I have my pan over here. I have some olive oil that I just made sure I have a nice thin layer everywhere. Now I'm going to take my dough out of the bowl and I'm going to place it right here, and it says to cut it in half. See how nice and fluffy it is? Well, you can't see it, but you can feel it. It's nice and airy. So that is so cool. So I'm going to form my ball. I don't know if this was a good idea or not, but I'm just doing my own thing and trying something new. So I did drizzle a bit of olive oil on the top of my dough, and I'm just going to give it a nice rub. Because I'm using whole wheat and rye flour, so I just felt I'll go with how I feel. And I think that's a good thing. This pan is clean. It's really, really old. It was given to my mother. It was handed down to me. And it's special. Normally, we would use it for cookies and stuff like that. First time using it for pizza dough. This did rise. I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one over here. I already have the olive oil on the pan. So I'm just going to make sure it's still evenly on here. Just adding a bit of the semolina durum wheat flour, not too much, just enough. Being whole wheat, I'm going to try to make this as thin as possible, and I'm making a smaller pizza, like a single serving pizza, I guess. Let's see how much we could stretch this piece out. This is how it's looking. I'm going to add some of my pizza sauce. You can make your own, buy your favorite. Now for my toppings. I'm going to start with my fresh mozzarella, or fresh as you could get it at the grocery store. It doesn't have to look perfect. It just has to taste good. Adding some fresh basil leaves, and I'm just going to tear them. Get some smaller ones. Oh, looks nice. You could leave it like this and have a margarita style pizza because you already have the sauce, so you don't need no tomatoes. But I'm gonna add some turkey pepperoni If you haven't tried out turkey pepperoni, it's really, really good. Highly recommend. Freshly shredded Parmesan cheese. And we're ready for the oven. I have my oven preheated at 475. This is a fairly thin crust, but it's the first time I've used these 3 types of flour. So I'm going to cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes and I'm going to keep an eye on it. It's been 12 minutes. The pizza is done. I'm so excited. While my pizza's nice and hot, I'm going to add some hot red pepper flakes for a final touch. I don't have a pizza roller, so I'm working with what I got. I got 4 slices. I'm going to put this one and this one on my plate. Why not just put all 3? This one is going to be for the tester. Let's see how this tastes. Oh my goodness, I am so happy. This tastes so good. As far as my opinion and my taste buds, I wouldn't change anything. I really like it. So I'm really, really happy with the outcome. This came out so good. I'm going to invest in a pizza roller, a couple kitchen brushes so I could base some hot honey or some olive oil on my crust after I pull it out of the oven. And I'm going to be making another pizza video really soon. Different toppings, same crust. These toppings are amazing. This is so delicious. So happy with the outcome once again, if I haven't said it already. I have me a side salad, and I'm going to get ready to go eat my dinner. Try it out. You're going to love it. And I'll see you in my next upload. Also, if you want to add some salami, they do have an option for salami now. I think it's 50% or 75% less fat.